Good evening. I'm Ben Mankiewicz. Thanks for joining us on TCM. Tonight, we hit the road for a lineup of movies about sweet rides. In the fleet are an 18-wheeler, a Trans Am, a tricked-out 1950s sedan, a Corvette, even a Rolls-Royce. We kick things off, though, with a jalopy. But this beater can really fly. Released by United Artists in 1968, Chitty Chitty Bang Bang. Dick Van Dyke stars as an eccentric inventor with a suitably eccentric name. He's Caractacus Potts. He's a widower with a couple of young kids. They egg their dad on to fix up a battered race car. But since this film is set in the early 1900s, do not expect a Ferrari. Potts goes to work and with a little spit, polish, and magic, creates a vehicle they call Chitty Chitty Bang Bang. Those are the noises the car makes when you start it up. Well, the film has become a children's favorite over the years. It sprung from the mind of a writer not exactly known for family fare, Ian Fleming. Fleming gave the world the most popular and bankable movie spy of all time, James Bond. Fleming had a different audience in mind for Chitty Chitty Bang Bang. He wrote it for his son. Fleming died before the book's publication, so he never got to see longtime Bond producer Albert Cubby Broccoli bring it to the screen. There are several Bond-adjacent people on board here. Goldfinger himself, actor Gert Frobe, although we now understand it might be Gert Frobe. We're investigating. Also, Bond's gadget master Q, Desmond Llewellyn, they're both in the cast. Bond production designer Ken Adam and screenwriter Richard Maybaum also worked on the film. Roald Dahl, who wrote the screenplay for the Bond film You Only Live Twice, loosely adapted Fleming's book along with director Ken Hughes. Dahl added a few details that wouldn't have been out of place in his own children's book, Charlie and the Chocolate Factory. For instance, there's a candy factory belonging to the colorful family of Potts's romantic interest. She may actually be the most Bond part of the movie. Rather, the character's name may be the most Bond part of the film. She's Truly Scrumptious. That's her name, Truly Scrumptious. She's played by Sally Ann Howes. The songs came from Richard and Robert Sherman. The Sherman brothers are best known for their Oscar-winning music for Mary Poppins. From 1968 with a cast led by Dick Van Dyke, Chitty Chitty Bang Bang. It is blatantly obvious United Artists hoped Chitty Chitty Bang Bang would be its answer to Mary Poppins, the massive Disney hit released a few years earlier. Had the same buoyant leading man, Dick Van Dyke, and music by the same songwriters, Richard and Robert Sherman. What it didn't have was the actress who played Mary Poppins. Although United Artists courted Julie Andrews for the part, she felt this story about a magical car was more or less a retread of her magical nanny, so she passed. Despite a massive promotional campaign, the movie got mixed reviews. Chitty Chitty Bang Bang is considered a flop, though that's not really fair. It grossed a good amount of money at the box office, $7.5 million, but it did cost far more to make and lost United Artists roughly $8 million. Chitty Chitty Bang Bang eventually found an even more loyal audience on television. Coming up, this is no ordinary beer run. Burt Reynolds, Sally Field, and Jerry Reed hit the road with a load of ice-cold contraband, setting Sheriff Jackie Gleason and his son-in-law in hot pursuit. Smokey and the Bandit is next on TCM.
Next on TCM, Smokey and the Bandit, then Christine, and later, the yellow Rolls-Royce. TCM pays extra for the undercoating tonight.